Coming up.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. The kidder here, it's complete.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Up the middle they go. Foot. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
This defense for the Falcons, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw here.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw 1 interception in the last game.
The 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, Coach. I thought the ratio was if you got to 3-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing.
2nd and 6.
Him in stride. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 27 yards there.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Options galore here, second and a few inches.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Rashad Bateman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return from Kendrick. He keeps it, and it'll be a touchback out to the 25.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
Stopping the run.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, and this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And here's Matt Araiza now.
Returnable here from the 38. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return from Kendrick. He keeps it, and it'll be a touchback out to the 25. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Now a play fake here on first down. pressure comes, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll drop to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Take it at the 37.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Come on. Hey.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
We talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there.
That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return from Kendrick. He keeps it, and it'll be a touchback out to the 25.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Foot. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Foot. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 11.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First down, Falcons.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 23 yards the pickup there. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 74 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return from Kendrick. He keeps it, and it'll be a touchback out to the 25. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's on the guard, David Edwards.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll look to throw.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll throw now on the final play. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So we have reached halftime.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And the half will begin with a touchback. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Joe Tryon there to make the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Looking to throw.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They're going to look to throw.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
At the Bucs 42-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Rashad Bateman.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Falcons are pouring it on.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return from Kendrick. He keeps it, and it'll be a touchback out to the 25.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half.
Let's go now.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They run the counter. Foot. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down now. Foot. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Justin Jefferson.
31 yards.
And the Bucs are able to at least get one score back.
Extra point splits the uprights. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Back to throw here. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
The safety Antoine Winfield got in there that time.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver, complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Back to throw.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Right back to Pitts again.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return from Kendrick. He keeps it, and it'll be a touchback out to the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get
back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career.
45-yard line.
2nd and 2. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. Up the middle they go. Foot. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll keep it on the ground. Foot. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential 1st career touchdown.
And his 1st NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his 1st touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a 1st impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
The Bucs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And his kick is good. And he'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. Now he's loose again. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Falcons are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return from Kendrick. He keeps it, and it'll be a touchback out to the 25.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is, For this offense,
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
with that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a first and goal from very short range.
Henry.
He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he won't get to the markers. They're going to stop it for a second straight play right at the line of scrimmage. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here we go on fourth down. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on fourth and goal from the 2. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turn.